Hello. Okay, so I think the audio is working fine. And in this video, I will be recording myself solving this contest, 937 round 3, dip 4. Um, okay, so you will be able to hear my thoughts, what I'm thinking while solving the problems. And we still have 2 minutes left for this contest. Hmm. Mm, yeah. Okay, the stream will be private during the contest, and after the contest, I will make it public. I don't know how many problems I will solve, but let's see. Hmm. Okay, so first problem, stair, peak or neither. You are given three digits A, B, and C. Determine whether they form a stair, peak or neither. I mean, a stair satisfies the condition A, B, and C, and peak satisfies the condition this. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so too easy problem. So we have three integers A, B, and C. C and A, B, and C. If A less than B and B less than C. I mean, we have three conditions, A less than B and B less than C. Then it is called, what is the expected output? So it's called a stair. Else if A is less than B and B is greater than C, then it's called a peak. Else it is called none. And if we run this, I think, yeah. So let's try to submit this. The language is C++20, problem A, submit. Hmm. I think there are too many submissions. Let's move on to the next problem. Upscaling. Okay, you are given an integer n and output a 2n cross 2n checkboard made up of these squares with the top cell being hash. Okay. So we just need to print this. What is the, like, okay. I mean, I can even try to hard code it, but so this is just an implementation type problem. I mean, I'm not sure why I'm even solving this, but let's go. Indent CNN, and now we need to, I mean, I have to print, mm, like this will be like for I in range, let's say I plus equals to 2, right? 2 times n. there are two n numbers from there are two n rows, row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, till 2n. What will be the first number in that row? Like I have to go like two times this, then two times, so I will have to make it like 0 to 2n. And now, and let's do it for plus equals to 2. See out, like if, okay, what is the condition? Mm, I have to print the same thing twice actually. And let's say so if my I and 1, so if the I is odd number, or no, it will always be even. I have to change something. So what should I change? Let's say check equals to false. Okay, so initially when the check is false, so if check, then I will start the loops from a hash, see out hash hash. Okay, let's have another bool, check 2 equals to false. Okay, if check 2, uh, then I will print out I will print see out hash hash, else see out what was it, dot dot. Yeah. Now what, once this is done, I will say check is equals to not check. Does this work? And since I have to print this twice, I will have to copy this whole thing and do this. And in the else case, I will copy this whole thing and do this, and let's just make this true. And then I will say check is equals to not check. If I run this, what am I getting? I think I forgot to put an endl. So see out endl, see out endl, see out endl, and see out endl. So hash hash, then this. No, I don't think that is correct. Okay, why is that? Hmm. I started with like for 1 cross 1 it is correct, but for this one, why am I not getting a dot dot here? Because once I printed hash hash, then I said like okay, check 2 is equals to I didn't say check 2. Yeah, I think now it is correct. Let's try to submit this and see. So the problem is B problem and C++20. Submit. Hmm. I think I will just move on to the next problem. This is clock conversion. Okay, so given the time in 24-hour format, convert the equivalent time in 12-hour format. Okay, so this is like I mean, okay, so we just need to I mean, I can use the time module in Python, something like that. uh, yeah, I think this is easy, but this time I will do this in Python. Okay, so let's say s is equals to input, and now since I mean, this problem can easily be solved using some sort of AI or ChatGPT like that, so this is an easy problem. But is my previous solution accepted? Okay, so we want to convert the 24-hour format into 12-hour format. So basically we have first two and the last two. So I will have to split that. First let's strip this, and what are we getting? And now I want to strip this. So s is equals to s dot split wherever I find this colon. So now we have this like this, and now I want to like if the first two letters like this is less than, I mean, I don't really need to change this the right part, right? I just need to change the first part. So I will have to say like, okay, if s of 0 is greater than 12. Wait a second, what about the third test case? What is the expected answer? Okay, so the expected answer is this. Now, so the third test case, it says like if it is 1 o'clock, is there like this 12, then I just need to remove subtract 2. So if this is greater than 12, then I just need to do what? Let's say x is equals to x dot split and x of 0 is greater than 12. Then I will do something else case. I just need to print s and am, right? Otherwise I will say x of 0 is equals to int x of 0 minus 12, and convert this whole thing to a string. Print x of 0 comma colon comma x of 1, and sep equals to nothing, and equals to this, and print a pm. I think this works. Let's try to run this. So first we are getting wait a second, first we have 9 a.m., then we have this value. Why are we getting 9:41 separately? Because we have this. So 9:41, then we also need to append a 0, like, okay. Um, so I will have to append a 0 to the left side if it is like this, otherwise I don't really need to. So what was the error? Bool type has no object length. Okay, okay. Yeah. So 9:41, 06 p.m., 12:14. This is 12:59, and this becomes 0:59 a.m. Okay. wait a second, this is where is the difference? This is 12:59 12:14 p.m. and this is 12:59 a.m. Okay, and this is the 1 2 3 4 test case. So if you had a 00:59, that means it is okay. So we have a special case when x of 0 equals to 0 0. So if x of 0 equals 0 0, then I will print, I mean the same thing, just like we have here, and return, but something different. Like x of 0 will become 12 and this will become am. What is the problem here? Okay, 9:41, 6:06, 12:14, 12:59, 12 a.m., 2:34, 1:01, 7:07, 11:59, 9:37. Yeah. So I think this code is correct. Let's just try and submit it. Okay, this is the C problem and language is Python 3. Wait, is my internet slow? Is the stream working? Was my code not submitted? Let me just check. I don't think I was able to submit my code. Let's try it again. Clock. Actually, this has happened for the first time. You have submitted exactly the same code before. Okay, it is in queue. Let's move on to the next problem. Product of binary decimals. Okay. Let's call a number binary decimal if it is a positive integer, and all the digits in the decimal notation are either 0 and 1. Okay. Let's call a number if it is a positive integer and all the digits in its decimal notation 0 or 1. For example, is a binary decimal. While okay, given a number n, you are asked whether it is possible to represent n as a product of some, not necessarily distinct, binary decimals. Okay. Okay. Since n is only 10 to the power 5, so I can find all the I can do this problem in square root of n time, and I just need to check if that number is binary decimal or not, right? So what we can do is, should I do this in Python? Yeah, I think I will do this in Python because the code will be much shorter. So given a number, let's take the number. So I have this number. I just need to check all the divisors of this, and I have a function check of x. It will just check like for I in the string of this number, if I not equals to a 0, so if I not in 0 comma 1, then return false, otherwise I will return true. Now I need to go like this, like 1 into, do I have to consider a 1? Like if the number itself is a binary decimal, then I can always say yes. Okay, so 1 till, I mean I can go till in O of n time also, because n is, but that will barely pass. I should go till square root of n time. So int n raised to power 0.5, let's say plus 2, and now uh, now what? My if n mod I equals 0, so my factor 1 will be equals to I, and factor 2 will be equals to n by I, right? If uh, check of factor 1 and check of factor 2, then I will print a yes and return, otherwise I will print a no. So we have yes, 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 and then we have no. So we have a lot of yes. Why are we getting, for 1, why are we getting this? Okay, there is a corner case. If n equals 1, we print yes and return. Okay, so we have yes, yes. Then in the third test case we are getting a no. So why is that? For this test case we are getting a no. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so how do we go about this? Why are we getting wrong answer? I mean, these are correct. This, for this test case, is it some kind of special 14641? I think this is some power of 11 only. Is 121 times 121? 121 times 121 is 14641. 146 divided by 11. This is 1331. So basically it is 11 to the power of 4. So I don't think the answer should be no for this one. So this is correct. Okay, so we can actually do it like this also. So we don't necessarily need to have as a product of some not necessarily distinct binary decimals. Okay, so this is some kind of recursion, I think. Yeah. Okay, so this is some kind of recursion. Basically, if a number, like, okay, let's not do it like this. Because you can have any numbers like this. So let's say I have a function f, it takes x, and there are factors like f1, x has so many factors, f1, f2, f3, and so on. So what I will do is, let's say a factor which has check equals to true. So now I will have to get the different factor, that was f1 into f2 equals to x, and run it for this. and like that I will have to go. Okay, so how can we go about this? Is the audio clear? I hope you can't hear the fan. Okay, so okay, let's try to think about this. How many people have actually solved this problem? 4,000 people. I got the wrong answer for this question. And the wrong answer is on test case 1. The third line differs, expected 12:41 p.m. and I wrote at 12:41 a.m. Third line 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. I think that's because there should be an equal to sign and not a. Anyways, this contest is not rated for me, so I'm not very serious about it. But yeah, I should not make such mistakes, especially during a contest. Python 3. Now, what should we do? That will again give me a wrong answer. uh, I made a huge error. Okay. Now, if it was greater than equals to this, then there is a problem. Okay, this is good, but if my x of 0 equals 12, then I should simply print s and with a pm, right? This is the original code now. This should be the code and not that one. That will give me a wrong answer again. C problem, and this is Python 3. Okay, I think that is correct. Now let's move on to this problem, product of binary. And just want to see the verdict once. I don't think there is any point in waiting. Okay. So how do we go about it? Like at least one of the factors should be like 11 is good. So all the powers of 11 also becomes good, right? So 11 is, so this is some sort of recursion. Um, we again got a wrong answer. And that too, I'm getting it on test case 1. The third line differs. We have 12:41 p.m. and found 12:14 a.m. Because I didn't make it a string. What am I doing? Let's do this Python 3.8, and this is the C problem. Okay, so if we have check of x, we need to find at least two factors which are correct, like which can be multiplied, and both of them should return check of that equals to 2. And for some function, so this is going to be a recursive function, right? So if I will have check of x, then basically this is like check 2 of x, not check of x. So def let's say check of n, then I need to go over all the factors of this number, and I need to find at least a pair of such factors which will give check equals to true. So if check 2 of n, then I will return true. Otherwise, I will have to go through all the factors and do this again and return true or return false, like that. So yeah, simply I will say if check of n, then print yes. So this is some kind of recursion. Otherwise, I will print a no. What is this? Python quit unaccept. Not sure. Okay, what are we getting? Um, Segmentation fault in Python. I'm not sure why this is happening. Let's print. I just need to check for this, right? So let's actually say um, my n equals to this number and solve. Okay. Let's actually start from this, like from do, and then we are getting no, I think. So we got a yes. Okay, that is cool. Now, I don't know what is happening. Uh, so after all the yeses, we got a no. I think this code is correct. Let's just try to submit it. But before that, I will have to do something once more. Because I don't want to get in the recursion, I will say like memo is equals to this dictionary. If n in memo, return memo of n. Otherwise, after this, I will say memo of n equals to true, and otherwise, I will say memo of n equals to false and return false. Yeah, just so that I don't have to everything recalculate everything, right? Also, if n equals 1, then I don't really care about it. If check of n, check 2 of n, then obviously it will be true. Or I can say memo of n equals to true here. Yeah, let's try to just submit this product of binary, and this is the D problem in Python 3. So we got a runtime error. Exit code, I'm not really sure what this is, but okay. Um, let's just do everything again, but this time I will do it in C++. Let's say CP template. Okay. First we have an integer n, c in n, and now I need to do something like first is my check2 function, right? So we have a check2 function, bool of check2 of it takes an integer n. Uh, now while n int d is equals to uh, n mod 10, so one of the digits n is equals to n by 10, and if not equals to 0 and d not equals to 1, then we have to return a false. So this operation is happening in login time. Otherwise, this is happening in otherwise we return a 2. So this is the check2 function, and then we have a bool check function of n int n. And what did it do? If check2 of n, then we return true. Otherwise, I have to go in every for every factor in range 2 to, let's say, I into I less than equals to n. So if I mod n equals 0, then one factor will become I, the other factor will become n by I, and if check of f1 and check of f2, then we return true. Otherwise, we will return a false. And if check of n, then we will see out a yes. Otherwise, we will see out no. Let's run this, and what are we getting? Okay, I forgot to put brackets here. Yeah. So we're getting something different. Why is that? First, we have a no, 121. So it should be. Why are we getting this? So we go from 2 to 11, and if n mod I is equals to 0, then 121 is clearly a yes. So why did we get like this? Let's go for a +1 and see what happens. Why are we getting a no? Let's try to debug this code. If I say like, okay, let's say debug of n. So n was 121. So check2 of n was false, that is okay. Debug f1 and debug f2. So the factors never really came to this point. Okay. Debug I. Okay, it should be n mod I, not I mod n. My mistake. Okay, let's run this again, and we are getting an okay, so we are good. Now, yeah, Let's try to submit this. I think it will give me a TLE, but let's see. So this is the D problem, product of binary. Submit. Okay, it got accepted. Let's move on to the next problem. It is nearest, nearby, shortest repeating substring. Okay, so you are given a string S of length n consisting of lowercase Latin letters. Find the length of the shortest string k such that several, possibly one copies of k can be concatenated together to form the string with the same length as at most one different character. What does this mean? And at most one different character. Formally find the length of the shortest string such that plus some positive integer x. Formally find the length of the shortest string k such that c is equals to this for some positive integer x times string s and c have the length and as c for the same length for at most one. Let's see, like if I have a then the length is like 1 a and so okay, so k. So we have a which differs from s in the second position only. Okay. And AB, then we can't really have anything. We have to have a 4. So answer is 13. Like, okay. What are the constraints? Constraints are 2 into 10 to the power 5. Can we binary search it? But how do we make sure that it is only different for at most one position? That is the hard part. Okay, let's try to think about this. I think this is a tough problem, but yeah. Is the stream working? Yeah. Okay, so 500 people have actually solved this, and from here I think the difficulty will increase. So you are given a string S and we want to replicate it, but we can, okay, let's say the string is something like xxxx or characters like c1, c2, c3, c4, and after some point this is repeating, and when I repeat it, there can only be one interval where one position, rest of it will remain like that. Only one position where it is not matching. So first of all, these position where I am going to repeat it, they should be divisible by the length of the string. So if L is the length, then it can only be the factors, right? So I need to check like if I can sort the factors like F2, F3, L. Uh, doesn't matter how many factors there are, but I need to check for every factor that can this be possible and not. And if it is, then we are good. Do we have to minimize it or maximize it, something like that? More formally, find the length of the shortest. So we want to minimize it. Okay. So I will have to check for this if it is possible. And in how much time can we check? Like I can get all the factors in square root of n time. That is good. But in n root n, can we check it? If we have 2 into 10 to the power 5 as n, if I take the square root of 2 into 10 to the power 5, we are getting 447. So in O of n time, if I do 447 times 2 into, so it is still less than 10 to the power 9. So it can TLE, but the okay time limit is 2 seconds. So it might TLE, it might not TLE. I'm not really sure. I mean, it is square root of n plus n, so it is approximately big O of n only. Okay, because they're only cube root of n factor, so it should pass. But yeah, so for every factor, I need to check that if I keep repeating this string, but how do I generate the duplicates easily? Okay, so if I have a string that is something like this, and let's say at this position it is not same as others, so this will perfectly match with this. So the first character should match, and this can be checked in very easily. Then this character should match, and like okay, yeah, I think we can do this. Yeah. So what I'm planning is okay, I have an idea. Okay, let's say first we have an integer n and a string s, so cns. Now I have to get all the factors. So for that I will say like vector int uh, factors. And how do you get the factors? Int n. So basically vector int answer, and for I in range 1 to the number that is this, and I will say I times I, and if n mod I equals 0, then I will have two things. Uh, f1 equals to I and f2 equals to n upon I. Answer dot pushback f1, and if f2 not equals to f1, then answer dot pushback f2, and in the end I can simply return the answer variable. So now I need to get all the factors. So vector int factors of n, and for these factors, like I also need to sort these factors. So I will say sort answer dot begin and answer dot end, because I want to find the minimum like that. So for int x in f, so in these factors I want to what do I want? I want to check if it is possible or not, and I have to do it very quickly. So let's traverse in the string, like for I in range this, but there is a catch. I have to say plus equals to x, and like from 0 I will start. Like I have divided the string into such parts, and now I have to check for the first character, and here I am going plus x, then plus x, then plus x. So my first loop should be for I in range x and I plus plus, and the second loop should be for j in range this to n upon x and j plus equals to x, right? Yeah. And now I need to check, like let's say int count equals to 0 if s of j not equals to s of j plus x. Is this correct? From I need to go to, no, this is not correct. From ith position, I need to go to J. If S of J not equals to S of J plus X, then I will say count plus plus. And if count less than equals to 1, see out, what do we have to see out? See out X with an handle and return. If I run this, we are getting nothing. Okay, let's say debug X. What are we getting? Like first for the first test case, we are getting 1, 2, and 4, right? So we have one for the factors of 2 are 1, 2, and 4. So for 1, like I'm at this level, like okay, let's start with 1, and I'm starting from position 0 and I'm doing plus 1. So count was 1, right? In here the count was 2. Okay. I mean, yeah, it can happen. So if S of I not equals to S of, yeah, now we are getting, I think, the correct that. So let's run this again, and we are getting 1, 2, 13, 4, and then why are we getting a 2 here? AB and BA. For 2, the count is 0. Why is that? If I say like AB, the count is 1 and 2. So the count is 2, the count is 2, and so this is correct, yeah. But there is a problem with this code. I know that there is a problem, but the test cases might be loose. I'm not sure what to do. 1, 4, 13, 4, and then 1, 4, 13, 2, and then. So with this code, we have a problem here. The answer should be 2, but my code is giving 4. Why is that? Okay, x equals to 2, the count is 3. HS, HA, HA, and HA. Okay. Yeah, this might happen, right? Do I have to find a substring? Oh, this is bad. Like really bad. I was only checking the prefix, but I really need to find a substring which I can replicate and find. I think I'm missing the catch here. Like if uh, if something is getting repeated, like let's say a character C1 is getting repeated at this interval, like C1 is here, then after some distance x, C1 comes here again, then after the same distance x, C1 comes here again, C1. Okay. So I basically know that that C1 is coming at distance x, like that. Then let's say we have C2, but for some reason C2 doesn't come here, but C2 comes at this position. Then how do I tackle this case? I think I will, let's say we have C1, and then we have at some distance we have C1 again, and then at some distance again we have C1. So if it is the start or end of the string, it will contribute 1 to the answer, and if it is an end of the string, it will contribute 2 to the answer. So I will simply, if it is a start or end of the string, then I can say, okay, don't contribute 1, contribute 2, like that. Yeah, and then I might be able to solve this problem. So what I can do is I'm thinking more of a two-pointer approach. I don't really need this. Like what till what length is this going? 200 to the power 5. Yeah, I think okay. Let's do it in this fashion only. Like for every factor, I need to keep checking this part is correct for 0 in length x. I will go from I to n, but there is a problem. Like if there is a mismatch, or if it is the first character or if it is the last character, then I can say if s of j not equals to s of j minus x, then count plus equals to 2. So this is plus equals to 2, and in the else case, if s of I, s of j not equals to s of j plus x, uh, count plus plus, right? Yeah. And now if count upon 2, so count upon 2, so if there was only one character that was like that, then I will simply see out this. What are we getting? Count plus equals to 2, I forgot a colon. So we are getting 2, which is correct. Yeah, I think this code looks correct. So we have 1, 2, and then we fade. Why is that? Hmm. I mean, what about the factor n? Wait, we did not have anything here. Why is that? Okay, for this code, for single character, it was too obvious. We had one, so these two were not same. Then these two were same, but these two were not same. So two and two, the count is five. What? So two. Wait a second. Why are we getting a five? So first we got a count of two, and for J0 I got a count of two. For J1 it was equal. For J2 uh, I got a count plus plus. Then for J3, okay, so this might also happen, right? Instead of going through like this, why don't I do something like map of char int and m, okay? And like whenever I travel, what I will do is instead of making a count, I will make a map of char int, and then what I can do m of s of j plus plus. So this will just count the frequency of the characters, and if like I need to get the size of m. So let's say debug m dot size. These things don't really matter right now. Let's say debug m. So we had a2 and b also came twice. So that is like really wrong. So 4 was okay, so 4 should be printed, right? B111, yeah. So I need to let's say for or pair intent x in m, if first of all, if m dot size is greater than 2, then I will say continue. Don't really need it. Otherwise, like if or let's say for int, so if it is like this, I mean I really need to like if m dot size equals 1, then this is the answer, right? I mean, let's have a check variable. So the character that is in minority. So I need to get the character that is in minority, like the count of all the characters. So I need to get the values and sort them. And somehow, like if m dot size equals 1, then continue. If the m dot size equals to 2, then what? If it is a 2, then I need to go through all of them and check if one of the characters only occurred once. Then I will say count plus plus. So for pair indent x and m, if x dot second, so one of the character only occurred once, and otherwise, then I will say check equals to true and count plus plus. Otherwise, both there are more characters which occurred more than once, and if not checked, then I will simply increase the count. That means this x was not good, right? Yeah. So we finally got an okay for this one. Let's run this code again. So we're getting 11111, which is incorrect. Why is that? Well, for the first one it is okay, but for the second one, A, B, B, A, both of them are occurring twice. So why is it giving me a wrong answer? Let's just try to debug it. So A is 2 and B is 2. Then what? Check is false. M dot size equals to 2. If the size is 2, then yeah, now it is giving correct answers. Let's do it once more. So we have 1, 4, then again we are getting wrong answer. 4. For this test case, it should be 13. Well, how can the size SLAV? Now this is giving wrong answer. Ah. Okay, so for x equals to 10, the map is this. So why are we getting a wrong answer? For x equals to 10, we had a count of 2 and what? Check is true. Count plus plus. Wait, why didn't I need to do a check a count plus plus? Because there was one character that was doing a bit of mischief. So debug count. So count was 0, then count becomes 2. Why is that? Check was false. This if check equals false, but the check was not false. That is why we went to 20. Right? So we are at when does count become 2? Debug count. If m dot size is greater than count becomes 2 and break, so this x is never actually possible. Uh, if m dot size is 1, then we are good. Otherwise, we say check equals to 1, check equals to 2, and okay. I think like okay, let's for x equals to 10, the map looked something like this. So we had a difference from m and n, otherwise everything was same. Now count was 0, then count became 2. At which point did count became 2? So in here the count was 0, and I forgot to break out of this loop. Now it is giving correct answers. Let me just copy everything from here and submit. Wait a second, did I forgot to remove something? Good, let's try to submit this. This is the E problem, and we have C++20, submit. Here it's already testing, and test is fine. Okay, we got a okay about it. Now let's move on to the next problem. that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Find the minimum height of a rooted tree with a plus b plus c. Wait a second, is the stream still working? Yeah, the stream is still working. Find the minimum height of a rooted tree with a plus b plus c. The vertices that satisfy the following condition: a vertices have exactly two children. B vertices have one child, and C vertices have zero child. So C are the leaf nodes, B are like okay, single child, and A have two children. So if no such tree exists, you should report it. Why is that? Okay. Hmm. So I think like if even if it is 10 to the power 5, first I need to somehow turn off the fan for some time. Yeah. Okay. Now if we are given A, B, and C, and we want to find the minimum height of a tree, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Should I try to build this tree? Actually, nothing comes to my mind. Let's first read the G problem also. We have shuffling songs. Someone has a playlist of n songs numbered from 1 to n. Song I has this John and a writer. He wants to make a playlist in such a way that every pair of the adjacent song is either have the same writer or the same genre, both. He calls the playlist exciting. Okay. Every pair of adjacent song either have the same writer or the same the genre or both. He calls exciting. The both Gi and Wi are strings of length no more than 10 to the power 4. So this is a problem. If they are strings, it is very difficult to uh, what should I say? If they are strings, they are very difficult to compare. It might not always be possible to make an exciting playlist with all songs. So shuffling process occurs in two steps. First, some amount, possibly zero, of the songs are removed, and then remaining songs in the playlist are rearranged to make it exciting. Okay, since someone has doesn't dislike it when the songs get removed from this list, he wants the making of the playlist to perform as few removals as possible. Help him find the minimum number of removals that can be needed to be performed in order to be able to rearrange the rest of the songs to make the playlist exciting. Okay, yeah. What is the input format? So we have like, what do we have? So the single case, single integer n, the number of songs in the original playlist, and then we want some way to like okay, it says we only had one song, the category and the writer, category writer, and what do we really need? Since it is a very small constraints, I think this is an NP hard problem. So what is 2 to the power 16? Like why do we have such a small constraints? So if we have 2 to the power 16, which is approximately 2 to the power 16 is 655, 3665536 and 10 into 1000. So this is like into 1000. This is approximately 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is still less than 10 to the power 8. So we can go into exponential complexity, right? Yeah. So we don't really know how to actually place these songs, or which song to remove. So we can go for over all the possibilities like should I remove this song or that song. And once we are done, like okay, I mean there was only one song, so I didn't really need to, but I can go for all the possibilities to actually see uh, But how do we actually compare? Like, okay, this is a hard to know, and it is, I think, it uses the concept of hashing and all. Let's get back to this and think about it for a second. Find the minimum height of a rooted tree with ABC vertices which have the following sides. And if we are given ABC, like, let's take the input and the output. Okay, so we have three integers A, B, and C. Let's just say in A, B, and C. Now, how do we go about it? What is my rank currently? So my rank is, wait, where am I? I'm not even, okay, I am out of the competition, so I will not see my rank, I think. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, I don't think I can think about anything. I don't really know uh, what it is, so I think the stream will become boring. I really don't know how to actually solve this problem. I will keep trying, and if I will be able to solve, if I am able to solve this problem, then I will upload the solution to this problem separately. Okay, so I will stop the stream now. So thank you. I will see you guys next time. Thank you.